You think I'm scared of some loudmouth dickwad like you? After the shit I've seen? This place and its rules can suck my dick!
So, yeah, Deadman Wonderland is a little bit different from what I remembered. Let's talk about it.
As soon as that buzzer goes off, I'm gonna you up, man. Little kid or not.
Holy shit!
So lately, my hobby has been going back and watching older shows I haven't seen in a couple of years, and seeing how they hold up now that I'm not an edgy high schooler and graduated to an edgy but depressed adult. And ironically enough, Deadman Wonderland was one of the first shows that I rewatched about 2 years ago when I first started doing this, and I distinctly remember f***ing hating it.
Oh, little piggy wiggy, why don't you just off in a bottle of formaldehyde and call it our firstborn?
It really threw me off because my first watch through was on Toonami when it was first airing, and I remember loving it. But God, on that initial rewatch, I despised the show. So for me, it always stood as an example of how one's tastes can change. But last week on stream, when I was talking about Halloween anime, of course, Deadman Wonderland came up, and I explained in my chat why I despise the show and how I used to love it. But something kind of blindsided me. My first time watching it was on Toonami, dubbed, and my rewatch was subbed. So it wasn't really an accurate rewatch, and I decided, screw it, for clarity's sake, I'll force myself to rewatch this show dubbed one last time. And holy shit, this show is a completely different beast dubbed. And now I finally get it, why I actually like the show in the first place, and how, look, I'm sorry guys, but the dubbed version is so much better than the subbed version.
Actually save the f***ing primroses.
So TLDR, if by somehow you've been sleeping under a rock and haven't seen this show yet. The show follows Ganta, a kid who gets framed for murdering all of his classmates and thrown in an experimental private prison. I'm sorry, but can I stop here for a second and just say that I love this shit? Like in Japan, it's considered dystopian to have a privatized prison, and here in America, 30% of all people incarcerated are in private prisons that abuse slave labor. Like, we're way ahead of the dystopian curve, guys. Well done. Either way, Ganta is thrown on death row, and his only chances at survival is by playing in these horrifying games where they are killed for sport. Oh, sorry, wrong footage. After a while, he finds out about an underground bunker where he fights superhuman bloodbenders and the losers get body parts removed. I mean, naturally. Oh yeah, and Ganta is one of the bloodbenders himself. And this whole time, Shiro is just chilling with Ganta, like she's not a prisoner. Shiro is his childhood friend who he conveniently forgot about, who may or may not be God, or at least a metaphor for God. Look, a lot of shit happens in 12 episodes, okay? I just realized trying to explain the story just makes things seem even more confusing. It's just one of those shows, okay? My major gripes with the show was always with Ganta and Shiro. It always felt like I was watching Stupid and Stupider the anime. They are both just utter morons to the point where it is painfully obvious. Granted, this rewatch, I realized that Shiro is redeemable because it makes sense why she acts like she's a drugged out lunatic. Because she is a drugged out lunatic. We learn that the whole point of the Mother Goose system is to keep her high out of her mind with the lullaby so she doesn't go on killing sprees. Ganta, on the other hand, look, he's still terrible even in the dub. Still, I despise that data chip scene with a fiery passion, where Shiro jumps down, throws the data chip in a room, closes the door to have it explode like a bomb. Then dumbass Ganta is like, "Why did you destroy the data chip? I was the chosen one." Maybe because it's a bomb, dumbass. Did you not just see the explosion? Does it really take Mr. Antagonist to come into the room and yell, "Which one of you realized that my data chip was a bomb?" for you to understand that the data chip was indeed a bomb? Yeah, Ganta is a genuine moron. I do think where the dub makes the best change is with the comical amounts of gore. In the subs, these scenes almost felt like they were supposed to be taken seriously, which kind of lost me and felt stupid. But the dubbing actually acknowledges how stupid a lot of those scenes are, and they really just have fun with it.
All of you can friggin' eat me. Yeah, that's right, I said it. Eat me! I want fair and square, you four-eyed bastard! So wrap it the hell up!
Which frankly reads way better in my book, which just makes the show fun. And that's back to my point. I legitimately set aside a week to rewatch this anime because I thought I was going to hate it. But I did it in 2 nights, and frankly, I could have killed the whole show in a single sitting. This show has great pacing, and it's such a fun and easy watch. It was painless, and I caught myself laughing out loud a lot. Not because I thought it was bad, but because it was genuinely funny. And I do have to admit, the story is surprisingly good once you start digging below surface level. The storytelling can be surprisingly subtle, but effective when it's not busy making you laugh with all the ridiculously over-gory scenes. So would I recommend a rewatch for Deadman Wonderland?
My God, if you knew how wet it was making me right now, you'd wish we had escaped.
Yes, absolutely, but only in dubbed.